guys, welcome back to Fancy Goldfish Fanatics. Now today is another bonus video. I really want to talk to you about the event that is happening in September with the GSGB, and I also, in the second part of the video, want to talk to you a little bit more about what the GSGB is and sort of how you can become a member and the benefits that it poses to you. But just before we start, I'm just going to give the Fancy Goldfish some prawns because I've been defrosting every few prawns for them. So I'm just going to give those to them now so they can munch on those throughout the video. But as I mentioned today, firstly, I just wanted to focus quickly on the GSGB event that is happening on September 30th because you really need to get registered to make sure you can attend the day and take part in this absolutely amazing event. So first up, the event is happening on the 30th of September. As I mentioned, there is absolutely no entry fee. It is completely free to enter, but you must register your interest to sort of book a ticket essentially so they know the numbers, which is really important for this event. You can enter your own fish into the Goldfish show. Obviously there's going to be different variety categories. Now it is going to be a slight different way of judging the show. It is not the original Goldfish standards. There is a slightly new method that is coming into place, and I do understand it is going to upset probably some of the older fish keepers that have bred their fish to certain standards over the years. But on the other side, I also see lots of new fish coming into the Goldfish scene, which unfortunately don't meet those criteria. So it is kind of a blend. The show has been blended up a little bit. Now, I am definitely not one to give all of the exact criteria and information on the show, but I just wanted to update you guys with how it's going to be judged. So for instance, if you have a newer style Ranchu, it is definitely going to be possible to enter it into this show because it definitely has a much better chance than it would have previously. There is also going to be guest speakers. We have Andrew James, who is, I would say, the best top view Ranchu breeder outside of Japan. He has an absolutely amazing setup, and I really hope that one day I will be able to film it. We also have Nick Stinton, who is the Senior Fish Health Officer at CFAS, and he apparently really likes Fancy Goldfish. He is one of a team that helps check all of our fish that come into the country, whether that's for the aquaculture trade, I believe, or the ornamental trade. Also shellfish as well, and he is actually a really important part of the ornamental fish chain where our fish basically come into the country and are inspected and are checked for any notifiable diseases. So that is definitely going to be an interesting talk. Next up, we have Dr. Bryony Chetwynd, who is actually going to be doing a talk. She is a fish vet, which is absolutely great, and I cannot wait to meet her and find out lots of information about our fish. Obviously, she's going to be full of loads of information, and that talk is going to be really interesting, hearing her stories potentially, or lots of her background and how she can really help us in the ornamental hobby with our Fancy Goldfish. And then finally, last but not least, yes, I am going to be doing a talk myself. I'm actually going to be doing a talk alongside these speakers, which I am very proud to be saying. Now, I never thought I would be doing a talk, but quite a lot of preparation has gone into this, and I cannot wait to do this talk. Obviously, it is going to be very nerve-wracking, but hopefully it will be well received by you guys as well. There is also going to be lots of food there as well. I believe we have Newlyn Pets coming down, and they are actually going to have a dry goods stand there as well, which is going to be great to meet Newlyn Pets. We also have the Goldfish auction as well. You guys can actually bring along your own fish and enter them into an auction where they can sell to numerous bidders. Maybe I will purchase some new fish, who knows? But it'll be really good to see the different fish entered into those auctions, which can be purchased by you guys, and it will be nice to see the different variety that the hobbyists bring. And then finally, last but not least, it is essentially also a mini open date for StarFisheries. They're going to bring loads and loads of fish along. I'm just going to put a few pictures up on the screen of some recent clips and pictures that I took of some amazing fish that StarFisheries has to offer. They're going to be bringing loads of fish down that are going to be displayed in tanks, which you at home can also purchase. So there's going to be absolutely loads going on in the open day. As I mentioned, we've got food, fish auction, we have talks, we have a show, and much more. It's going to be an absolutely amazing day. I'm sure there's going to be absolutely loads going on. You're going to meet fellow hobbyists. You're going to be able to chat about your fancy goldfish, share your pictures, share your videos, and just talk all about this amazing hobby. That is the event that is happening on the 30th of September. As I mentioned, completely free to attend, but you do need to register your interest. I'm going to put a link down below to Star Fisheries email if you do want to book your tickets, but you must book them fairly soon. That is all the information you need to know on the open day event. But also, I just wanted to briefly talk to you about the GSGB and what it actually is. So the GSGB actually stands for the Goldfish Society of Great Britain, which was formulated just after World War II in 1948. And this is, I believe, one of, if not potentially, the longest standing goldfish group or goldfish society in Europe, maybe even the world. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but it is an absolutely huge community of goldfish keepers and is one of, if not the biggest community of goldfish keepers in Europe and potentially the world. Now, when the Goldfish Society of Great Britain was founded many decades ago, there were sort of 4 main varieties which were kept, and obviously this has changed and formulated as the years have gone on. There are so many different varieties of goldfish nowadays. We have Aranda, Ranchu, which I would say are the main 2. We also have Ryukin, Demikin, telescope eyes. We have different subcategories of fish, like we have Buffalo Ranchu, Thai Ranchu, Chinese Ranchu. There are so many different types of fish and fancy goldfish that are formulating from these different lines, and things are changing and developing at quite a rapid rate. Now, importing fish back in those days was very difficult, and a lot of fish did originally come from China. This is where the sort of original strains had come from, but now we can order and purchase fish from all different countries across the globe, like Thailand, Java, Indonesia, etc. So we have a lot more scope in where we purchase those fish from, which has allowed us to have all these different varieties and different strains of fish. Now, in 2018, Andy Green from Star Fisheries actually purchased the GSGB, so he now actually owns it since 2018, and since then the GSGB has really grown and flourished. So obviously, to become a member of the GSGB, you do need to pay that annual fee, which is quite a low amount. And obviously, with this, you get access to the quarterly newsletter, which has loads of different articles from the members and also from Star Fisheries as well, which are a really interesting read. Obviously, you get access to the annual show, which this year, as I mentioned, is on September 30th. Hope to see you there. And also, you get access to the online forum and sort of the members area and members page, where you can discuss with other members, where if you've got some fish problems, you've got some maybe a fish illness, you just want to share some pictures or videos of your fish, you just want to collaborate and talk together. So there is that area as well. Obviously, the times are moving very quickly, and the GSGB is definitely looking at different ways to grow and develop the GSGB and sort of make it more accessible and better for our members. So I would definitely consider becoming a member. I will put a little link down below to the GSGB website so you can sort of read a little bit more about it. Obviously, there is a huge part to the GSGB that I haven't spoken about in this video, because I want to keep it as short and concise as possible and not bore you guys too much. But I would definitely take the time to click the link in the description and have a look through their website and consider becoming a member, and you can join me and many other people in the GSGB society. So that is it for today's video. Nice and short. Hopefully you now know what the GSGB is if you didn't already, and I really hope you're going to be coming to the show in September and the massive event that is going to be occurring. Obviously, this is my first proper goldfish event, so it's going to be really interesting to meet some of you guys at home. Obviously, you know who I am in front of the camera, but I don't know who you are behind the camera, so it would be really nice if you introduce yourself and let me know what you think of the channel. Hopefully you don't have too many criticisms or bad comments about it, but it would be absolutely great to meet you all. So that is it for today's video. If you do have any questions about the show or the GSGB, please leave them down in that comment section below. But as always, thank you all for watching. Remember to keep those water changes up, and happy fish keeping.